All right, guys, this is one of those moments where a camera completely changes the outcome. Officers were about to drive away with children in the back of a patrol car. And according to the man filming, there wasn't even a proper car seat. When he starts questioning them, things get uncomfortable fast. Suddenly, the officers scramble to fix the situation. So the question is, would this have happened if nobody was recording?
Talk to you real quick. Recording the police.
Why?
Just my own purpose. We'll step out since we're in private property. Okay. Can you tell us what's going on?
No, because you're not involved in this.
I could still find out. It's public records.
Then do your thing, but I'm going to do my thing as an officer.
Okay. I was just asking you a question.
Hey, buddy, you want to come here?
Hey, Gabe, we're just talking to Dad here. Mia, please, can you stop? Yeah, nah. Can I get my prescription? Yeah, but I live right down. Spruce Street.
All right, guys, this situation starts getting intense almost immediately. A citizen begins documenting a police interaction, calmly recording everything while officers move around the scene. The person behind the camera makes it clear that filming police activity is completely intentional, and he's not hiding it. Now here's the key point. Recording police in public is protected under the First Amendment, meaning citizens have the legal right to document government officials performing their duties. But the tension is already building. Officers begin asking questions, while the cameraman simply asks what's going on. Instead of escalating the situation, he stays calm and reminds them that much of this information is public record anyway. The environment quickly shifts from casual observation to a more serious confrontation. Something clearly isn't right here, and the person recording knows it. He continues documenting everything carefully because when authority is involved, transparency matters.
We'll get you right back home. Especially if you're hurting that bad, you know? Go. Yeah, I got your, I still got your ID. I'll take you. You're gonna take it to your
Hey, you trust your kids with them, man? You trust your kids with them?
I have no choice. They're police.
Yeah, you do have a choice. You do have a choice. You don't have to do whatever they say.
I don't want to go to jail, man.
Hey, you're not going to jail. You can stand up for your rights, man. Always record the police. These guys are just taking his kids. Do you have a car seat for that kid? Do you have a car seat, ma'am? For the children? Do you have a car seat?
Could you just back up and let me do my job?
You shouldn't be sitting that baby like that in the back of your patrol car. That's traumatizing and you don't have the proper equipment. You need a car seat. What if you have an accident, ma'am? You guys don't have car seats.
Now this is where things start getting serious. The cameraman notices something alarming. Children are being placed into a police vehicle without proper safety equipment. And listen carefully, because this isn't a small issue. In most U.S. states, child passenger safety laws require young children to be secured in approved car seats to prevent injury during accidents. Yet the officers appear ready to transport kids without one. The man recording immediately calls it out. He raises the question directly to the officers. Do they actually have a car seat for the children? The concern isn't political or confrontational. It's about safety. He points out that putting a baby in the back of a patrol car without proper protection could be dangerous and traumatizing. The tension rises as he reminds them that if an ordinary citizen did this, they would likely receive a ticket or citation. So why would the rules suddenly change when police are involved?
He's not in the right mindset. You cannot just grab his kids like that. You should give him a chance to call his family. You should go get a car seat and come back. That's not safe for the children. That's not safe for the children. He's scared to go to jail and he's doing as they say. They take children in the back seat now.
That child's been sitting in there now for a while by itself.
Hey bro, do you have a car seat? Get your car seat, man. These guys were just about to drive away with your kids. No car seat. Anybody else does that, they get a ticket. But they can do it, huh?
Hey, don't one of you guys think you can check on the child sitting in this car for the last few minutes by themselves?
There's a kid by himself right there?
Yeah, they've been in this car since she put him in there. Hey, don't you think you should come check on this child in this car?
There's a kid by himself in there.
not gonna check on the child? Alright, well, I'm gonna make sure the child.
So
You need to come check on the child.
go check on the child.
Check on this child. There's two of you. One of you.
All right, now the confrontation escalates even further. The cameraman continues pressing the issue because the safety of the children still isn't being addressed. He argues that the father involved may simply be complying out of fear of being arrested or losing control of the situation. And that's an important point. Many people comply with police instructions because they're scared of the consequences, not because they necessarily agree with what's happening. The man behind the camera keeps repeating a simple message. Everyone has rights, and no one should feel forced into silence. Meanwhile, officers appear ready to move the kids despite the lack of proper equipment. The cameraman calls attention to it loudly so others nearby can hear. He even warns the father directly to get a car seat because the police are about to drive away without one. The accountability pressure is building fast.
There's a kid by himself in that patrol car, sir. There's a kid by himself.
You can tell me whatever you want, but I'm not gonna sit here and let you guys can't just stand with the two of you. Come over, one of you come over here and check on this child.
They were about to drive away with no car seat, with two kids. I've seen people get ticketed for that. It's unsafe for the children. She put the kid in the back and put the seatbelt and everything, like, really? Thank you. You see how easy that was? It was super.
You don't know what I'm thinking, so you don't know what I was gonna do next. But you can keep recording it to pretend like you understand.
You just put that kid in the car with no car seat, and you did it because I told you to. Unattended child inside the patrol car of Providence Police Department. Always film the police.
And here's the shocking turning point, guys. After repeated warnings and constant filming, something suddenly changes. The officers finally secure a car seat and properly strap the child in. Just like that, the safety issue gets corrected. The cameraman points out how quickly the problem was solved once someone spoke up and documented it. That moment highlights something extremely important. Public accountability can influence how authorities act. He continues reminding viewers that leaving a child unattended in a patrol car or transporting kids without proper restraints could be considered unsafe under child safety regulations. The frustration in his voice is clear. This entire situation could have been handled correctly from start. As the officers prepare to leave, he delivers one final message to the audience. Always document authority. Always know your rights. Because sometimes the only thing preventing a mistake from happening is someone brave enough to press record.